Welcome to this Arnall-Culliford knitwear tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to work a 3-needle cast off or 3-needle bind off. This is a fantastically useful technique for joining two pieces of knitting. If you've worked a sweater in pieces and you need to join the shoulder stitches, this is a great way to do that. You can use it to close the tips of your mittens, or if you're working something like a blanket in pieces, you can use the 3-needle bind off to join strips really neatly. Here we have two swatches that we wish to join together. These could be like the shoulders of your garment or the stitches at the top of a mitten. And to work a 3-needle cast off, we're going to do it so that the cast off ridge goes on the wrong side of the fabric and it looks really smooth and neat on the outside of the fabric. So to do that, we're going to place both of our pieces of knitting so that the right sides of the fabric are facing towards each other. So we've got the wrong sides outermost on both pieces. Always double check before you start. And then we use the yarn attached to the work still and a third needle, and what we're going to do is we're going to knit together the stitches on the front and rear needles and then cast them off. So we go into the first stitch on the front needle and then into the first stitch on the rear needle. So we've gone through both of the stitches and then we wrap the yarn around and pull it through both and slip both off the left-hand needles. And then we knit together the second stitch in the same way, through the needle, through the stitch on the front and the rear needle, wrap the yarn around, pull it through and slip both off. So we've now worked two stitches together and we lift the first over the second to cast off. And you then repeat that process all the way along the row. Knit the stitches together, slip them off and cast off. This is a really nice way of joining things because it ensures that your stitches stay perfectly lined up with each other. Obviously you have to have the same number of stitches to join on each needle. You just knit them together and then cast them off. When you only have one stitch remaining on your needles, you simply pull the yarn through that final stitch to fasten it off. And this is how your 3-needle cast off looks on the wrong side, so there is a bit of a ridge along there. And if you look at it on the right side, it's really neatly and evenly joined the two sets of stitches. You may sometimes wish to make a point of the construction and put the ridge for the bind off on the right side of the fabric, in which case you would do the 3-needle cast off with the right sides outermost. But generally speaking, you'll be working it with the wrong sides outside and then turning it back the right way out. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial and that you're now feeling really confident working the 3-needle cast off. If you'd like to find out more about our tutorials and books, do visit www.acknitwear.co.uk, and thank you for watching.